Good evening, everybody. Am I audible to all of you?
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. In the last class, we have completed the block one. So, we will start with the rest of the units. And last time only Roshan joined. So, I am sharing you the screen.
मैम कंप्यूटर रोल इन ऑनलाइन बिजनेस एटा पढ़ा है ଏବେ।
Okay, okay. Already computer role ଟା ଆମେ discuss କରିଥିଲେ।
ହଁ
ତମର
ମ୍ୟାମ୍।
web application ଟା unit 3 ଟା start ହବ।
ହୁଁ
Role of computer ଟା ଆମର ସରି ଯାଇଛି
ଆଚ୍ଛା।
discussion। ସ୍କ୍ରିନ୍ ସମସ୍ତଙ୍କୁ visible ହଉଛି? Screen show ହେଲା କି ତମର? Unit 3
ଆଜ୍ଞା ମ୍ୟାମ୍।
Okay, so we are proceeding on. So the Unit 3 consists of web application. Generally, all of you know that you are using the internet. So that's why you better know about the web browsers. Still, we will have some little bit discussion about the same. So web browser is generally ତମେ ଯେତେବେଳେ କିଛି ଗୋଟେ website create କରୁଛ ବା open କରୁଛ that you use the web browser, generally the Chrome or maybe the Yahoo or maybe some Bing like such, or generally you can say when we are saying about the web browser, so Internet Explorer, Google Chrome, then you can be having the Mozilla Firefox. So these are the web browser you generally use. So in the next, you will discuss about the Google Drive and what is the Google document and how we can store the document in the Google Drive. So that's why you can see here, and that is web browser. So web browser in short, that is the application, so that is a special application software designed to enable the users to view and read the hypertext documents. So whenever you open the browser, you can see HTTP, hypertext transfer protocol. Generally you are following the same, and here we are using the hypertext documentation. And first one is the geographical, that we can say that generally the graphical browser allows you to view, read, and jump from one tab to other tab. And other one will be the non-graphical web browser. Generally, that is the same method, but normally you can here the view, read, and navigate from the web page to other. That is used instead of the mouse. So when you use the non-graphical web browser, you are using the generally clicking the button, and where you are using the graphical web browser, that is the particular view, read, and jump from one to other. So that is the clicking method by the web browser, and generally we are doing it by the mouse. And as you can see here, so Google Drive, you can there is a visibility of the Google Drive. So here in the Google Drive, you can save generally the document file, image file, other graphs and charts, and also if any potential documents there, the same you can save with the Google Drive. Coming to the next, that is the Google Docs. So generally Google Docs is a particular application where you can prepare the particular database or you can record some data. And generally the Google Docs, instead of using the Microsoft Word, you can use the Google Docs. And in that you can have the typing of the text and all. You can store, that is a file storage and synchronization services. That is a two-way synchronization. First we can go through the details, just a minute. So here in this, in the file storing process and the synchronization services, the file storage is also called the file level or file based storage, and it is a hierarchical structure. And generally it is accessed in different ways like Unix, Linux. It is used by the network file system and the server message blocks, that is protocol by the Microsoft Windows. And generally, they are saying that it is of a two-way synchronization or it may be one-way synchronization. And what is a two-way synchronization? It is the bidirectional. That means the response from the both side. And when it is a one-way synchronization, it is also known as the file monitoring, file replication, or you are doing a file back. Coming to the next, as you can see, setting up a Google account. As we know how we use the Google account creation, so you can see here, generally, we have to search for the like create one Google account. So here the particular form will come, and you have to put your name. If you am showing you another one, just a minute, you can directly. This is the platform where I say about that web browser. I say, and in the Google Chrome, what we can do, we can go for the create a Gmail account, or maybe create a Google account. So create your Google account. It is visible to all of you. I think what I am showing you. ସମସ୍ତଙ୍କୁ ଜଣା ପଡୁଛି କି screen ଟା?
हाँ मैम।
Okay, so here by putting all your details, you can put the next button, and after that, you can proceed to your Google account creation by creating your first name and last name as usual, the formal. Then you can here put some. Let's say I will put so here I put the name. So if that is allowed for that, so they are saying here username is taken or try another. So I can put here. So here it is showing allowed because it is not showing in the red color. That means
हम्म,
this name username can I use for my email ID creation. So after that I have to put a particular password. It may be either 8 characters or else you can put a particular password which is which is
हेलो मैम। हेलो। हेलो। अरे यार, मैम କୁଆଡେ ଗଲେ?
ମ୍ୟାମ୍ ଲେଫ୍ଟ ମାରି ନେଇଛନ୍ତି ବୋଧେ।
କାହିଁକି? ଆରେ ସାର୍, ଏମିତି କାହିଁ କହୁଛନ୍ତି?
କିଛି ବି ତ ଶୋ କରୁନି। ମ୍ୟାମ୍ ଅଛନ୍ତି କି ନାହିଁ ବି ମୁଁ ଜାଣିପାରୁନି।
ସେଇ ତ ମୁଁ ବି ଜାଣିପାରୁନି ନା।
କେହି ନାହାନ୍ତି, ଆମେ ହିଁ 2 ଜଣ ଅଛୁ।
ଆରେ ଭାଇ, ମ୍ୟାମ୍ ବି ମାନେ ପଳେଇଲେ ଛାଡିକି। ଆରେ ସାର୍,
I think there is some network issue. Uh, Sometimes this particular screen is not visible. Is it visible now?
नो ମ୍ୟାମ୍, କିଛି
ହଁ ମ୍ୟାମ୍।
ଦେଖାଯାଉନି।
अच्छा अच्छा ଏବେ ଆସୁନି ବି?
ନା ମ୍ୟାମ୍।
ଆପଣଙ୍କର ଆକାଉଣ୍ଟ ଶୋ କରୁଛି, ବାକି ଇଏ ଭିଜିବୁଲ ହଉନି, ସ୍କ୍ରିନ୍
କ୍ଲାସ୍
ଆସୁନି।
ओके ओके आई थिंक बोधे कनेक्शन କିଛି ଇश्यूज ଥିଲା ବୋଧେ जस्ट a minute अच्छा गुगल फॉर्म ଟା କ୍ରିଏଟର ତମର ସେ ପର୍ଯ୍ୟନ୍ତ ଦେଖେଇଲା
ହଁ ମ୍ୟାମ୍।
ଓକେ ଠିକ ଅଛି ଆଉ ଥରେ ମୁଁ ଏଟା ଶୋ କରି ଦଉଛି ଦେଖ ଏଇଠି ଆମେ କଣ କରିବା ତମର ଗୁଗଲ ଷ୍ଟକ୍ସ ତ କହିଲି ଅଲରେଡି ଡକ୍ୟୁମେଣ୍ଟ ଫାଇଲ as is no ତ ସିଟ୍ସ କହିଲେ ଏକ୍ସେଲ ସିଟ୍ସ ଯୋଉଟା ଆମେ ଜେନେରାଲି ମାଇକ୍ରୋସଫ୍ଟ ଏକ୍ସେଲ ରେ ଆମେ ସିଟ୍ ବନଉଛେ
ହଁ
ବାକି ତମର ଗୁଗଲ ଫର୍ମ ଟା ଗୋଟେ ଡାଉଟ Google form ଟା ଆମେ କେମିତି କ୍ରିଏଟ୍ କରିବା ଏଠି ଦେଖେଇ ଦଉଛି। ଦେଖ ଏଠି ଅପସନ୍ ଆସିଯାଉଛି କ୍ରିଏଟ୍ ଗୁଗଲ ଫର୍ମ।
No internet.
ତ ଏଠି ଅପସନ୍ ଆସିଗଲା docs.google.com। ସୋ ଏଥିରେ କ'ଣ ଅଛି ତମର ଯୋଉ ଦେଖ ଏଇଠି ଆମେ ଯଦି ଡିଟେଲ୍ସ କିଛି ଦବା ଲାଇକ୍ ସପୋଜ ଆଇ ୱାଣ୍ଟ ଟୁ କ୍ରିଏଟ୍ ଏ ଫର୍ମ କି ତମର ମାନେ କ୍ଲାସରେ କେତେ ପିଲା ଆସୁଛନ୍ତି ତାଙ୍କର ଡିଟେଲ୍ସ ମୁଁ ଦେବି। ଆଇ କ୍ୟାନ୍ ପୁଟ୍ ହିଅର୍ ଲାଇକ୍ ତମର ଏଠି ଅନଟାଇଟେଡ୍ ଫର୍ମସ୍ ରହିଲା। ଦେନ୍ ତମର ଏଠି କ'ଣ କରିବି ଅନଟାଇଟେଡ୍ କ୍ୱେଶ୍ଚିନ୍ ଜାଗାରେ ମୁଁ ଏଠି ମେନସନ୍ କରିପାରିବି କ'ଣ ନେମ୍। ନେମ୍ ଯଦି ଏଠି ମେନସନ୍ କରିଦଉଛି ଜଷ୍ଟ ଏ ମିନିଟ୍। ଓକେ ଆସିଗଲା ଟିକେ ସ୍ଲାଇଟ୍ ପ୍ରୋବ୍ଲେମ୍ ଅଛି ଆଇ ଥିଙ୍କ୍। ଏଇଠି ଟାଇପ୍ କରୁଛି ମୁଁ ସମସ୍ତଙ୍କୁ ଦେଖାଯାଉଛି ତ?
ଆଜ୍ଞା ମ୍ୟାମ୍।
ଓକେ ସପୋଜ ମୁଁ ଏଠି ନଉଛି କ'ଣ ତୁମର ଆଜିକାର ଆଟେଣ୍ଡାନ୍ସ। So I can create my own document. So I will put here like this. Create a Google form. After that I am going for the attendance. So I will put here name. Then I will put here just a minute. I can move it to top once I put the questions. So let's say roll number. I can put here stream. So you can mention here. And if I want to see the preview of that same form, you can see here. Just a minute. See this. So if I will share the same to you, you can put your details here. Like you can mention your roll number, your stream, it is giving option, but I can put it to short answer. Like I can convert the same here also. So you have to put your stream. After that you put number. So if I want to use the same document, it will be like here the responses will come if I will share the form to you. And from this, I can create the Excel sheet. And also here, not only the Excel sheet, but also so many things I can create. Like here, spreadsheet, as we use for the Excel sheet, or I can go through opening with the existing spreadsheet. And that is the creation of your Google form, as I said. So, coming to the next. Okay, so now coming to the Google Drive. So Drive, as you can see here, just a minute. I shown you the Google Docs. Now after that, I can see here. So you can see here the particular 9 dots. Here it is. So here by using your email ID, that is Gmail account, you can open YouTube, you can open the Google Play, you can open the news, Gmail, Google Meet, chat, and here it is a drive option. If I will go for the drive option, you can see here, I am showing the demo particularly. So you can see here, I have put it some exam details. I have put it some certificate, mark sheet and all. So here I can save with the My Google Drive. So is it visible to you? ସମସ୍ତଙ୍କୁ ଶୋ ହଉଛି?
Yes, ma'am.
ଓକେ ସୋ ଏବେ ଟିକେ ଗୁଗଲ ଡ୍ରାଇଭ୍ ଉପରେ ଆଇଡିଆ ଆସିଗଲା ତମର। ନେକ୍ସଟ ତମର ଆସିଲା କ'ଣ ଦେଖ ନେକ୍ସଟ କହିଲା ଗୁଗଲ ସିଟ୍। ଗୁଗଲ ସିଟ୍ କହିଲେ ଇଟ୍ସ ଏ ଟାଇପ୍ ଅଫ୍ ଟିପିକାଲ ମାଇକ୍ରୋସଫ୍ଟ ଏକ୍ସେଲ ସିଟ୍ ଅଲସୋ। ଫର୍ମାଲି ଆମେ କ'ଣ କରିବା ଏଠି ଇଟ୍ କ୍ୟାନ୍ କ୍ରିଏଟ୍ ଦ ବେସିକ୍ ସ୍ପ୍ରେଡସିଟ୍। After that, either in the XLS format or CVS format. That is the basic format for the spreadsheet. And here I can do the proper edit also easily. And next is edit the sheet, and I can put the name to the file also. So that is the use of the Google Sheet. Coming to Google Sheet, Google Sheet refers to all the combination of the Google elements or Google applications which you provide. Coming to next, sharing, publishing, and collaborating. Whatever documents I particularly created, I can share with you. That is like from the Google Docs, Google Forms, whatever there, I can share you the link and you can open the same. By if I will access them, if I will provide you allowing them, or if I will permit them. So Google Form ତମର ଗୋଟେ readily formats ବି ଦେଇଛି, as you can see here. Next ତମର ଆସିଲା କ'ଣ? Basics of the computer software. So as you know, first ଆମର ହେଉଛି system software. To open the computer, to open the progress of the computer, we use the system software. But when it is case of the application software, ଆମେ କିଛି ଗୋଟେ application use କରୁଛେ, that we can say that application software. And କ'ଣ? ତମର Google Chrome and ରହିଲା app based software. So coming to next, software and its types. So as you can see, software can be of two types. One is your system software, that is to boot the software, to restart the software. Means you want to open the desktop, whatever software it is within the processing, you can say it is a system software. To run that particular, like you are using the smartphone टाको operate करिया पे on करिया पे तमर जो generally कौन होची company रो brand logo देखुची, that we can say it is the use of the system software. But when I'm saying about application software, that means you are using for a certain purpose to achieve. And when it is about the system software, it can be the operating software, that means to operate the particular device. Next is a language processor. Language processor, whatever type of data you provide into the desktop or computer, in that whatever type you are typing, but computer will take only the 0 and 1. Coming to the next, device driver. Device driver, as well, actually the pen drive, you can say, the hard drive, floppy drive and all, this can be the device drives. Like tomorrow aschu kono, C drive, D drive, E drive, flash drive, floppy drive and all, eta tomorrow rehla device driver. Then kouchi kono, utilities. Some of the benefits they are providing, that is the utility software. Coming to the application software, that is for the general purpose, जोटे कि हमें use करछे generally, Microsoft Word, Excel, then तमरो रहला PowerPoint, then तमरो PDF रहला, then तमरो आसछि कोन, the next आसछि तमरो accurate or tailor-made. Accurate or tailor-made refers to what? Normally तमे जोटा निज personal purpose में use करूछो, that can be the application software, but for the personal use, not for the general use. Like तमे जेतेले mobile रे game खेलुछो, that is own personal. Others are not using the same. Maybe ତାଙ୍କର କ'ଣ device ରେ other way ରେ ସେମାନେ use କରୁଛନ୍ତି, but not for you. Coming to next, as you can see, types of system software it is given. So you go through this, that is for the user interface, process management, file management, task management and memory management, and last is your utility and functions. So coming to next, the particular system of what we are following, that is the user interface. That means we are the user, so that's why there is an interaction between the computer and us. Coming is to process management. Process management is what? Whatever task you give to the CPU, it is allocating the resources. After that, it create and particular delete the process. It can share and exchange the information, and it also create the synchronization. Coming to file management, as you know, whatever file you want to save, you can save in different formats, either in the doc file system, doc or docx, xls or xlss. Then your memory management, that is primary memory, secondary memory computer have. Next କହୁଛି କ'ଣ, utility function. Utility function କହିଲେ କ'ଣ, ତମର ଯୋଉଟା କି like generally ଆମେ କ'ଣ କରୁଛେ ନା trouble shoot କରିବ, କିଛି ଗୋଟେ program respond କରୁନି, run time error ଦେଖଉଛି, ତାକୁ manage କରିବାଟା ଆମର ରହିଲା utility and other functions. Coming to next, types of operating system. First ହେଲା ତମର batch operating system, ତାମାନେ different sequence of the operation को କ'ଣ batch wise operate କରିବ, that means ଗୋଟେ ଗୋଟେ lot ରେ operate କରିବ. That's why next କହିଲା କ'ଣ, real time operating system. Real time operating system କ'ଣ, it is a particular data processing multitasking operating system which functions generally have the time constraint, there is a time limit, and in the particular real operating system, the completion time taken by a task is guaranteed. And when it is case of your soft real time operating system, there is no guarantee, and it gives the priority of the task according to the requirement of the time element. Next तमर network operating system, जोटा तमे computer रे network use करिके कोन करछु, some particular data you can save, some particular data you can download, and that is with the help of the local area network. Coming to next, application software, as I have said, तमर एतक रहिला application software, word processing जोटा कहतली word, apple works, spreadsheet रहिला ms excel, quantro, lotus, then तमर 1 2 3. So ଆସିଗଲା ନେକ୍ସଟ କଣ କହୁଛି ଡାଟାବେସ୍ ସଫ୍ଟୱେयर କହିଲେ MS Access, ଫାଇଲ ମେକର ପ୍ରୋ। କମିଂ ଟୁ ଗ୍ରାଫିକ୍ସ ସଫ୍ଟୱେयर ଫଟୋଶପ, then Paint, Adobe Photoshop. Coming to multimedia software, VLC player, Windows Media Player. Then web series software, Netflix, YouTube, Prime Video. Accounting software, Tally. Then Tamarasla BC and TurboTax. Then coming to banking software, then PeopleSoft, Pinnacle, and SSG. Then କହୁଛି app based software କ'ଣ ତମର generally କ'ଣ ହଉଛି some type of small application like ତମେ ଯୋଉଟା use କରୁଛ calculator, Skype, Office 365, ତମ ମୋବାଇଲରେ ଗୋଟେ ଥିବ note କହିଲେ କ'ଣ something you want to important to note down, that's a note. Coming to next, ତମର ଏଠି କହିଲା Windows operating system. So computer desktop ଯେତେବେଳେ on କରୁଛ generally ଏତିକି ତମର items ଥିବ ଯୋଉଟା କି icon ହିସାବରେ ତମର computerରେ show ହୁଏ. Next ଆସିଲା Android operating system for the mobile. Android ରେ କ'ଣ ଆସୁଛି ତମର ଦେଖ different type ର ତମର version ଆସୁଛି. Who can say the versions? ଏଠି ତମର visible ବି ହଉଛି I think. Android ର version କ'ଣ ଅଛି ସବୁ? Any of you remember? Mobile ସମସ୍ତେ use କରୁଛ?
Yes, ma'am.
ହଁ କୁହ। କେତେଟା ମନେ ଅଛି Android softwares? ତାର version ସବୁ like version 1 to ନେଇକି up to ଆମର ଏବେ ଆସିଗଲା କ'ଣ version 11 12 ବି ଆସିଗଲାଣି। So that's why what are the versions? କିଛି ମନେ ରଖିଛ?
Version Tally ତ ଜଣା ଅଛି।
କ'ଣ କହିଲ?
Tally ତ ଜଣା ଅଛି sir।
No, 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 no. ମୁଁ ସେ କଥା କହୁନି। ମୁଁ କହୁଛି Android ର operating version ଟା। ତମର like ତମର ଯେମିତି ଆସୁଛି ଦେଖ ଏଠି। ଏଠି ବି visible ହଉଛି ତମର I think। ଟିକେ just a minute। ତମର ଗୋଟେ ଅଛି ଦେଖ ଏଠି first ଆସିଲା Angel case, then ତମର butter, then ଆସୁଛି ତମର ଦେଖ cupcake, then ତମର ଆସୁଛି କ'ଣ ଏଠି ଦେଖ ଗୋଟେ KitKat ର version ବି ଦେଇଛି। ତାପରେ କ'ଣ Android ଆସିଗଲା lollipop ଆସିଗଲା।
ହଁ
ତାପରେ pie version ଅଛି।
ହଁ
ଆଉ କ'ଣ ଅଛି? ଏଠି ସବୁ ଅପସନ ଦେଖ ଦେଇ ଦେଇଛି ତମର ହେଲା ଯେତେ ସବୁ ତମର ଡିଟେଲ ଭର୍ସନ ନାଉ ଅପଡେଟିଂ ତାର ସବୁତକ ଭର୍ସନ ର ନେମ୍ ଦେଇ ଦଉଛି ହେଲା ସେଇ ହିସାବରେ କ'ଣ ନା ମୋବାଇଲରେ ନ୍ୟୁ ସଫ୍ଟୱେୟାର ଆପ୍ଲିକେସନ ଆଡ୍ ହଉଛି। ନେକ୍ସଟ ତମର ଆସିଲା କ'ଣ ଦେଖ ଏଠି free and open software. Some types of software are available that are actually generally free license. ତାଙ୍କର କିଛି paid charges ନଥାଏ। generally କ'ଣ ତମର ଏଠି କିଛି ରହିଲା software ଯୋଉଟା କି that can be the free and open software. And ତମ free and open software benefits କ'ଣ there is a zero restrictions। ତା ଦେହରେ କିଛି restriction ନାହିଁ। You can use the particular software without hassle free, without paying any charge। ତ ସେଇଟା ତମର ହେଲା free and open software and that can be used by the all। नेक्स्ट है गूगल प्ले स्टोर समस्त ऑलरेडी गूगल प्ले स्टोर रो जानिଛ सिस्टम तमर एटा एंड्रॉइड सॉफ्टवेयर रहला गूगल प्ले स्टोर रो डिफरेंट टाइप रो एप्लीकेशन तुम डाउनलोड करछो सो बेटर यू नो।
ହଁ
तो बाकी देखो विजिबल स्क्रीन भी दे देला गूगल प्ले स्टोर रे कोन कोन अछि।
ହଁ
Next is Ecuador tailor-made software. Ecuador tailor-made means according to the requirement of the general users, हमें software create करिबा। That's why customized or tailor-made ମାନେ specific software हमें बनाउछे और for second thing can be ready to use of pre-written software and गोटे गोटे रहला public domain software। तमरो जो डिफरेंट टाइप रो लाइक पब्लिक डोमेन सॉफ्टवेयर कोन आसीबो तमे जो जनरल पर्पस पे आधार कार्ड डाउनलोड करछो कि तमरो वोटर आईडी कार्ड रो ई एपिक डाउनलोड करछो कि पैन कार्ड रो ଗୋଟେ सॉफ्ट कॉपी तमो आछी थ्रू डिफरेंट एप्लीकेशंस that we can say the public softwares। तापरे कहला language processor कोड आसला फर्स्ट कोन अछि तमे गोटे सोर्स कोड बा इनपुट देलो देन कोन अछि ट्रांसलेटर थ्रू रे ऑब्जेक्ट कोड टाको डिटेक्ट करिवो तमर सेटा 0101 को कन्वर्ट कला परे एग्जीक्यूट हेकी रिजल्ट आसीबो। एंड जनरली हमें लैंग्वेज प्रोसेसर पे कोन यूज करू कंपाइलर इंटरप्रेटर एंड असेंबलर। नेक्स्ट कहला डिवाइस ड्राइवर तुम जानी ऑलरेडी आम पेन ड्राइव हो कि फ्लैश ड्राइव हो कि फ्लफी ड्राइव हो कि तुम हार्ड डिस्क है कि कंप्यूटर मेमोरी रे सी डी डी एंड ई ड्राइव ये सब रोची तो दैट्स द डिवाइस ड्राइवर्स। तुम जिते पर्टिकुलरली विंडोज ओपन कर डिवाइसेस एंड प्रिंटर्स ओपन कर डिवाइस ड्राइवर तुम लिस्ट आसी। नेक्स्ट आम जा एटा विजिबल होची कि यूनिट 5 बिजनेस इंफॉर्मेशन सिस्टम समस्त को स्क्रीन शो होची।
ମ୍ୟାମ୍ ଦେଖଉନି?
ସ୍କ୍ରିନ୍ ଆସିଲା?
ନା ମ୍ୟାମ୍।
ଜଷ୍ଟ a minute. ଏବେ ଆଉ ଥରେ ସେୟାର କରିଦଉଛି। ଏବେ visible ହେଲା? Business information system. Is it visible now?
ଆଜ୍ଞା ମ୍ୟାମ୍।
Okay. So it is
ହଁ
the
ମ୍ୟାମ୍।
DBMS, Database Management System. So So generally, तमे school time रे पढ़िथिबो database management system where we can means we can store the data, we can use the data, we can retrieve the data, and generally data and information are the vital part of our daily lives too. ଆମେ ବହୁତ କିଛି ଆମର ଜିନିଷ ରହୁଛି ମାନେ like we are saving so much of information which are essential for the daily lives. So that's why we used to try to procure them. And generally for that purpose we use the database management software जोटा कि ଆମେ discuss କରୁଛे. And generally कौन होगा data in through the particular computer device it is being processed and it converts into information. So suppose you are gathering data regarding the population survey. So in that case you just put the forms and put the details, that means it is your data. But when you make it a particular systematic presentation of the same, that will be converted to informations. And coming to the introduction to business information system. So generally whatever data or information we prepare, that are generally for the business purpose, and for that purpose we have to make some classification which items or data or informations to be generalized for the everyone usage. Some data has to be personalized, some data has to be just for the semi public and semi personalized, and that can we say the privately particularly. So you can say here some data are the privately owned, that means very much personal to particular user. Coming to second, the not for the profit, that means for the general uses. And next is state owned, some data are there which are required for the state owned. And some here in case of your partnership, limited liability companies and cooperatives. So here we use variety of particular data saving, data management also there. And here already तमन जानिचो जेतु as being the commerce student. So what is the difference between sole proprietorship and partnership? Any of you can say? Sole proprietorship और partnership का difference कौन?
ମ୍ୟାମ୍ ପାର୍ଟନରସିପ ରେ କଣ ନା ଦୁଇ ଜଣ ରହନ୍ତି ପାର୍ଟନର୍ସ।
हाँ, actually business is particularly generally
ଟୁ
established or maybe run by two or more persons. But
ମୋର
in case of sole proprietorship, sole means one, proprietor
ହଁ
means owner. That means
ହୁଁ
single owner. And
ହୁଁ
next, how can difference ହେଇପାରିବ?
ଆଉ ମ୍ୟାମ୍
Sole proprietor bears all risk to gain
ହଁ
some profit, particularly. And when it is about the particular partnership, they used to share the risk and also whatever profit may be, they can share with themselves. ଆଉ କ'ଣ ଅଛି? In case of a sole proprietorship, whatever belong to the personal or official, that all asset belong to the business. Because sole proprietor ଚାହିଁବ କ'ଣ ତାର personal ହଉ officially ହଉ ଯେତିକି ଯାହା assets ଅଛି properties ଅଛି, that can be utilized to get the better profit. But in case of partnership there is a particular restriction, like if the partner wants they can have the limited to be invest up to what certain extent they will invest their properties, whether it is belonging to personal. बाकी नेक्स्ट कौन अच्छी सोल प्रोप्राइटरशिप तुम केस रे सेमती किसी स्पेसिफिक एक्ट आम फॉलो करूने, बट इन केस ऑफ योर पार्टनरशिप आमर रहा पार्टनरशिप एक्ट केते हितला आमर ईयर केते कन्सेप्शंस पार्टनरशिप एक्ट केबे हितला आमर ଆମେ ସବୁବେଳେ ସେଇ ଆକ୍ଟରେ ସେଇ ଇୟରଟା ଆମେ ସବୁବେଳେ ପଢୁଛେ
Atlas
1932 ହେଲା
1932.
okay so next ହେଲା ଆମେ ଯିବା business କୁ business next there is the generation of the data or information coming to the business intelligence and effective decision making and in that business intelligence what we have to focus on we have to focus on the information systems and that is the relationship of the business in particular to informations next is input process output so here the resources particularly in the IT sector that is being processed and generally the desired information covered up. And coming to next, there is the particular system where there is the transaction processing system, management information system, decision support system, and executive support system. In the software, all the four items can be followed. Coming to next, as I have said about the database management system. So what is the database information, particularly management system? Generally, it consists of the collection of the logically related data and a set of operation which are required to access the file. So, এটা terms টা মনে রাখিবা definition হিসাবে and DBMS ର ତମର generally properties କ'ଣ? Some predefined aspects should be identified like the company, what type of company, what type of institute, what type of college, and what type of information relating to the particular organization we are saving. Coming to next, logically coherent data. Whatever data are there, there should be logical base. Next is the semantic of data must be understood well in advance and it should be designed and implemented for a specific purpose and identified the source of informations. And the main function of the DVMS is to define the database structure. That means what type of database structure is available and what is the data type, what is the definition, what is to perform and what is to update and what item to delete and what time particularly types of data are there that will read the whole operation or stored informations. So that's why database scheme is there. Here data being manipulated and here the database protection, data recovery, and all it belongs to the database sharing process. And generally, the function of the database management system is such follows. So coming to next, limitation of the file processing system over the database management system. What is that? You can have this as the point because it may come with the like 8 mark questions. That is the what are the limitations for the file processing system over the database management system? And here these are the limitations. So data isolation, then concurrency control, data redundancy and inconsistency, limitation of file processing system, data access, integrity constraint, and security issues. So these are the limitations of the file processing system over DBMS. So in the DBMS, we can do the protection of the particular data. We can make proper access of the data. We can do the concurrency control. Data isolation can be done. And whatever the related data are there, whatever related information to business, only that we can store in the database management. Coming to next, there will be two models. One is the record-based model, other will be object-based model. In case of a record-based model, we have to prepare the hierarchical model, network model, and the relational model. And in the object-based model, here we can focus on the entity relationship model, object-oriented model. ଏସବୁ ତମେ accounting ରେ ବି କିଛି କିଛି terms ପଢିଛ. So I am not going in detail for that. Coming to relational database management system. Here the relation refers to the tables. Whatever table we are preparing, whatever data we are representing in a table, there must be related to each other. Next is the tuple. Tuple is what? Each row of the table is called a tuple. An attribute. Each column of the table is an attribute in the relations. Then schema. Then it is will be overall structure or the blueprint of the database that how the data will be saved and how the data will be presented. Coming to instance, actual collection of data is the instance. And DBA, that is the database administrator. It is a part of your database management system. Then what is the data abstraction? Data abstraction is the integral part of the RDBMS. It helps in easy visualization and implementation of the database scheme without particularly causing the much change to the dependent features. So generally data abstraction, generally we can say It is a representation of the data in a short form so that anyone can get some idea about the data files. So coming to next, database administrator, it is also a very good question about maybe appeared in the exam. A database administrator is actually the supreme control of the database responsibility. The task which a database administrator has under the control are as follows: designing the conceptual scheme and operate the but it under the in change requirement. Coming to second point, that is efficient working of the storage structure and method of access of the data. Next is ensuring the users get desired information. So whatever data particularly the user wants, only that to be shown whenever any command is given, whenever any instruction is given. Coming to next, ensure the system security, ensure the database against a malicious activity, if any a virus attack, if any data hack is there. So there must be such database should be protected. So there will be no issues like such of the data hack or malicious content to be affect the whole information. Then ensuring the periodic backup and the proper archival of data. So as you do in the mobile, generally you do the keep the backups. So same we can do with the database management system, and through using the computer and database management system, we can do a periodic backup of the data whatever required, and whatever unnecessary document are there we can retrieve them or delete them. Then executing recovery procedure in case of sudden disruption if any data misplaced. So there must be some criteria, some coding from where we can recover the data if unnecessarily deleted. Coming to next, ensuring the proper the functioning of the system performance procedure and requirements. Coming to next, to provide the technical support for necessary tools and software upgradation. If any upgradation of the software required, then the particular database administrator must have the authority to update the same. And that is DBMS is a self-describing system which handles the data abstraction, multiple view support, multi-user support, concurrency control, efficient recovery, efficient access rights, restricting the unauthorized access, controlling the redundancy. If any problem or troubling with the particular software, the administrator must have the authority, must have the idea about handling the erroring situations. Coming to next, here are certain particular database management system comments are available. By using this, you can insert your data, update your data, and for the definition of the data, let say if you want to create a company, you can particularly put that command create and company name. If you alter, if you want to change the name of the company, you can go for the option alter, or you can go for the drop option. Same for the data manipulation, means changing the data structure. You can use the insert command, update command, and delete command. And if you want to make any query of the same language, you can go for the select whatever list of attribute you want to go for, from where to where you want to select all by using this particular comments. Do remember the comments if possible. And coming to next, that is the data retrieval. Data retrieval, in case of your select statement, is used to extract information from the table. Whatever information you want to collect from the table which is presented in DBMS, you can go for the select option, and here you have to follow the formula or comment. Next, coming to decision support system. That is what it is a particularly a decision support system is a computer application which analyzes the data, organization or institutional, and presents such a way so that the user can make the business decision effectively. So आजिकली हमर बहुत सारा सॉफ्टवेयर आसुची जोते कि कोन हमें कंपनी रे परफॉर्मेंस को देखि डिसीजन नै परिबा, but earlier it was morely depend upon the DVMS system, but now it is coming with different softwares you where you can get the proper information what you want to, and it will be presented sequentially so that it will be helpful in decision making. So here this is the overall functionality of the decision support system, how it operates. So decision structure combines of managers, special staffs, then staff assistant, expert tool users, business analyst, DSS facilitators, and generally the functions under the DSS provide support system to the manager individual groups, controlling and managing the decision making process, support the individual groups and particular interdependent decisions, adaptive and user friendly interface, support decision making in structural and semi structural situations. Next is enterprise resource planning. This may be the important questions, so you can mark it up. Enterprise resource planning, it is a planning system evolved from the managerial resource planning or material resource planning. So material resource କହିଲେ ଏଠି କ'ଣ ତମକୁ ଯୋଉଟା କହୁଥିଲେ stock inventory କଥା. So that's why stock or inventory, whatever raw material related planning you can do, that is the material resource planning. And generally our enterprise ର three resources ଥାଏ: money, material and main କହିଲେ human resource, material are the raw material, and otherwise is the money or cash. These three are very essential part of the enterprise or any organizations. And generally in that enterprise resource planning, if we use the internet connection, that can be through the LAN, WAN and MAN. So local area network, wide area network and metropolitan or metropolitan area network. So here by using this network, we can do the software management, and in that we can do the enterprise resource planning. So lots of information systems are available through this. We can do the channelization, mobilization and particular proper management of the material, human resource and funds. And here it is given the difference between the online analytical processing, online transactional processing. So coming to the management information system, some information are necessary for the management for the decision making process. That's why we follow the management information system software. And in that, what you will follow, you have to follow the primary level. In the primary level or top level, we are doing generally the particular decision support system. But in case of management information system, it is on maybe the middle level, and generally it is the middle level. So they are associated with the top management as well as the top authority and managers. Particular report and documentation is necessary for MIS. And where is the decision process? There is a practice choice, their availability. Then management information system focus on the effectiveness of the operational efficiency, which is its objective. Where decision making focus on the effective decision making. And next is large volume data from the various transactions through the management system. And there is a low volume of data while we are doing the decision support system. And in the management information system, we get some data as the summary form, and where in the decision support system we get some decision analysis. So generally management system provides maintenance cost, then client relationship, uses of various particular modules, customer needs and ignorant to special need of the organizations. Then coming to general data protection regulations. So here it is given, by using the GDPR, we can use the law. By using the law, we can know that what are the protection availability are there. Then coming to next is the policies, what rules and regulation we have to follow. Then transparency of the data and presentation. Then having that regulations, that means what are the rules to be followed in the general concept. Next is your particularly governance, that means following, claiming and complying with the government rules and regulations. Then we have to follow certain standards, and after that we have to follow the rules. And here it is the combination of the GDPR. So coming to IT security measures in the business. So as we know, generally while conducting the business, to protect the data in the system, that is compulsory for every organization. For that reason, they used to purchase and adopt different security process. They have to go for the particular different softwares which can protect their data. As well as in the present scenario, there is a huge chance that the business, particularly what we are following with, generally have, there is a issue regarding to crime. Crime is relating to you. Generally, sometime you use the data, whatever for the business. Generally, it may particularly attack the particular problem of the business. What problem they can have? Suppose you are opening your particular website, and chances are there, if you are not properly protected, if you are not doing the protected security of the particular transaction or websites, there is a chance that the some people are there who are doing the hack of the particular different websites. For that reason, generally कौन हुए जितेबाला हमर से माने hack करनी होती website हो कि तुम्हारा different datas हो, that time may chance are there, whenever you are going through that website, it may having the hanging lagging issues. That's why તમારે એટી કોણ cyber security compulsory. And whatever things you notice, if any irregular activities or unethical activities happening with your website, with your file system, with your computer, that can you report with the cyber security. And they are generally providing the predefined set of techniques to protect the integrity of the computer network, programs and data of business organizations. And generally, it is helpful for not having any attack by the other hackers, damage to our computer system or damage to our files, and unauthorized access. So, cybersecurity plays a very vital role in nowadays business operations. So, as you can see here, there are chances that the particular hackers may hack the mobiles, smartphones, desktops, laptops, and particularly the generally it is showing about the two type of phones or maybe some websites. So the cybersecurity threats posed by the hackers. Whatever the hacker will try to do the unauthorized access modification and unauthorized deletion of any particular data, the cyber security will protect you. So coming to next, with the help of cybersecurity, we can make the confidentiality of the data. That means whatever data essential for the organization, that can we do the confidential ones. So other users cannot use without any security code. Next is integrity. What is the integrity? It is information remain the accurate, consistent, and not subject to unauthorized modification. And that is the help with the particular cybersecurity. Coming to availability, effort to secure the information in cyberspace should not hinder its access by an authorized party. Additionally, the cybersecurity implementation has to provide for redundancy access in case of any outage. So, for example, the company using a cloud-based CRM system can implement proxy servers, firewalls as a security measure against the denial of services attacks. So, if anyone doing the unauthorized access of any data through the CRM system or maybe from the website, if they are doing some unethical access, so the cyber security will protect the same by if you are using the proxy server and firewalls. That's why તમે ଦେଖିବ ડેસ્કટોપ રે હો લેપટોપ રે હો તમારો ଗୋଟେ વિન્ડોઝ ફાયરવોલ્સ ઓપ્શન આସୁଛି which can protect automatically your database whatever you are protecting. Next is your identity theft. Identity theft refers to cyber criminals illegally acquire credential of innocent users and use the credential to do the online cyber crime by hiding their actual identity. That's why ଆଜି କ'ଣ ହେଲାଣି ଆଜିକାଲି ତମେ ଯେତେବେଳେ computer system ହଉ mobile ହଉ କି ତମର other କିଛି device ହଉ, whenever you are trying to do the access, it simply asks you for the email account to be attached so that there can be no illegal activity. That's why identity theft kono, by hiding the original identity, you are trying to use some document credentials by online. So how we can do the prevent of the identity theft? So here we can go for the entering into any personal information on the internet. Please make sure that the connection is protected or not. Next is our storing credit card or personal information in the website. ତମର ଯେତେବେଳେ ଫ୍ଲିପକାର୍ଟ ହେଲା ଆମାଜନ ହେଲା କି ଅଦର କିଛି ୱେବସାଇଟ୍ ଅଛି ତମକୁ ସେମାନେ ଇନଫର୍ମେସନ ମାଗୁଛନ୍ତି କ୍ରେଡିଟ କାର୍ଡର ଦେବା ପାଇଁ କି ଡେବିଟ୍ କାର୍ଡର ଦେବା ପାଇଁ that should not go for. You should always choose for the cash option. And in worst case, if it is available, you can go for the credit card or debit card information system but with a proper locking system. Next is do have active and up-to-date spyware protection software. antivirus software in the your particular desktop or computer. Next, make yourself aware about the fake email ID and fake emails and phishing emails. ତମର ଯୋଉଟା ଆସେ ଲକି ଡ୍ର ହେଲା କି ତମର କୋଉଠି ଗୋଟେ ଲଟେରୀ ଲାଗିଗଲା ବୋଲି ମେଲ୍ ଆସେ, these are totally fake. Even ତମକୁ କଲ୍ ଆସିବ ବ୍ୟାଙ୍କ ଆକାଉଣ୍ଟ ତମର ବନ୍ଦ ହେଇଯିବ ଡାଟା ଇନଫର୍ମେସନ ନଦେଲେ, so that you should be aware of that. That is a type of particular system or strategy by the particular hacker to try to hack your data. So you should not go for it. Next, never use unknown and unsecure system and smartphones, and always have strong password and keep answer of your secret question unguessable. তাহলে কোন হবো না তোমার particular desktop computer safe রହି পারিব if you are using at the business. Next, coming to what are the key security principles, how the particular principle we can follow. First thing, we have to identify the computer science for defining the and managing the role and access the privilege of individual users of the network. So coming to next, what second, authentications. That means you are the legitimate person, you have to give some identification to the particular device. So the server must identify that it is you. That's why email ID તમે যদি ଦେଇଥିବ Google account create করছো, every time they will ask that whether you signed in from this device or not. That is what they are doing, the identification. ATM ରେ ତମେ pin ଦେଲେ, ତମେ ନିଜ password ଦେଲେ, that is used for the identification purpose. Suppose in the website they are asking you for the captcha, that means they are also asking for the identification that it is whether you or not. And next is the authorization. Authorization means you are so in some website you are approved by some particular website that you can use that website or use your card, use your bank account. These are the type of authorization you can get. Coming to next, 6 essential security action. So first we have to use the Windows firewall. Next is antivirus software. Use the complex password that cannot be understood by other easily. Next, regular backup of your data. Next is penetration testing and limit access to critical data. And to do the employee training so that our business information can be well protected. Applying the principle to security policy. So here, how we can do it? We can go for access the control policy that who can use your data in the business circle. Second, two-factor authentication policy, whoever opening your website or opening your particular desktop or computer. Encrypt your interaction, safeguard your keys, then back up your information properly. And this can be the secured principle we can follow. Then next you have to do the security self-assessment in the business, that how much it is actually protected. So we have to identify, protect, detect, respond and recover. Next is digitalization or digitization. Digitization refers to converting all the data information in the electronic way of saving. That's why तमर आजिकली कौन करछो ईमेल आईडी रे सब तमर डॉक्यूमेंट्स हला कि किछि एसेंशियल माने पर्टिकुलर रहिछि टेक्स्ट बा इमेजेस अछि, that we can go for the digitally keeping it as a safe, so that तुमको को जगह को नै कि जिंस माने फिजिकली एविडेंस ता को नै कि जिबा को पड़िबोनी. What we can do, we can directly protect with the email id either in the PDF format, JPG format or any other format. Next coach, impact of digitization in the business world. It is also one another important questions. So first thing that due to the digitization or digitalization, artificial intelligence is working. जोटा तमरो कोन अछि, we are creating the 3D images and sometime also we are creating the robots. They can think by themselves. How कोन अछि, AC refrigerator and all electronic houses hold devices not IoT based, and this can communicate for the better utilization. ତମର fridge ରେ ଯେତିକି time ଗୋଟେ suppose କିଛି items ରଖୁଛ ତମେ, how much it can be up to the readiness, it automatically detects. ତମର ଖାଇବା ବି ready ହେଇଯାଉଛି, ତମର ସାଙ୍ଗେ ସାଙ୍ଗେ କଣ ହଉଛି ଗୋଟେ voice message ଆସିଯାଉଛି that your food is ready. Then କଣ ଅଛି, ତମେ suppose କିଛି induction ରେ କିଛି ଗୋଟେ ready କରୁଛ, it is automatically detecting whether it is ready or not. It is commanding also. Then is flexible work. Why the flexible work is going on? Due to the digitalization, IT employees can work from home by without going to office. ଆଉ କଣ ଆମକୁ avoid କରୁଛେ ବହୁତ ସାରା paper works, we can everything do the same on the particular system. Coming to next is the innovation. So through the digitalization, we can do the innovation, new business models we can create, and we also can create the communication with the different staff member by getting physically present. आमे कौन करछे virtually आमे connected रहउछे different website through रे website WhatsApp Facebook और captcha code already तमे मन जानिचो different ए टाइप रो सब कोड्स आछी तो सेटा तमरो captcha code और तुमको कहबो कोन if you are the not the robot if you are the human being detect the animals detect the roadways detect the password then तमरो ले one time password कोन तुम जोटा मोबाइल को one time किछि गोटे तमे सर्विस यूज करजो ता पई तुम जोटा गोटे टाइम रे पासवर्ड आसुची and it is accessible within the 10 minutes that is the one time password. So benefits of one time password kono no other people can use your same. Okay, so coming to next la internet services and email configuration. Types of internet services আমি email use করছে www world wide web use করছে web services use করছে file transfer protocol use করছে chat room use করছে mailing list use করছে new groups that is where we are sending the news all we can get here that is the with the help of your internet and email also. Then email configuration कोण तुमरो अछि रहला कोण simple mail transfer protocol जोथि तमे mail करूछो then होछि information transfer रो करे पे तुमरो होछि IMAP and this will be the type of code when you open the Google account settings you can get for the them and eta सब रहला तुमरो कोण web browser. Next ରହିଲା www world wide web. So generally तमरो एटा कोण ना ए थ्रू रे हमें कोन करछे anywhere by staying at one place हमें other जगह रे भी connected हेई पारुछे. Then uniform resource locator URL जोटा हमें कहूचे ऊपर तमे जतले किछ गोटे आइटम सर्च करछो सेटा गोटे डिफरेंट कोडिंग रे आसुची सेमीकोलन स्लैश ऑप्शन देके दैट वी कैन से URL तमे जतले इग्नो भी सर्च करबा आसीबो. नेक्स्ट रहला प्लास्टिक मनी एज वी नो तमरा कोन अछि तमे जो डेबिट कार्ड क्रेडिट कार्ड यूज करछो तार गोटे कोडिंग सिस्टम रहउची ई वॉलेट कहले तमरो फोन पे गूगल पे एंड ऑल तमे जो यूज करछो जनरली ई पेमेंट सिस्टम कोन कॉमर्स रो तमे जोटा ऑनलाइन पे करूछो कि किछि गोटे क्यूआर कोड थ्रू रे पेमेंट करछो. सो these are here the e payment system NFC AEFS IMPS MMID USSD digital wallets then UPI then quick response जोटा क्यूआर कोड स्कैन करी पे कर परिबो banking cards internet banking all those you can use for the making the payments. So eta the last question tomorrow difference टा go through this. So this is all about your unit particular block 2 and in the next class we will go through the other 3. So thank you all of you. We can wind up here. I think
Okay, ma'am.
aji kichi brief idea asi jaithibo tomar topic upare.
हाँ मैम.
Okay. So thank you for your patience hearing. See you all of you in the next class. Till then take care stay safe.
Yes मैम.